Hello?
Yes, we can
Hello?
hear you. We can hear you. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the group stages of the Jeto Cup. We have these two teams, Paradise versus Jokes on Yao, and casting tonight is me, Charles, and we also have first-time caster Jake or JK. Can you say hello?
To all viewers out there, and welcome to the Jokes on Ya versus Paradise game.
Yes, and we also have Highball spectating. He just the impeccable Highball, but he just has a sore throat right now. So let's immediately go to the bans. Two quick bans from Jokes on Yao. They banned the Slark and they banned the Lone Druid. Normally, those are actually two heroes that are good on mid, at least against the Razor. While Paradise bans more standard heroes, the Darkseer and the Faceless Void. Darkseer, offlaner, and Faceless Void, a hard carry. And Jokes on Yao picks the Jakiro, a support that's been either played or banned in every game, if I'm not mistaken. So, Jake, any insight into these picks and bans so far?
Well, Jakiro's Ice Path has been a very significant skill in this game, and it's been proven successful in like in the last game with Fap, and I haven't watched that game, so I heard that Fap, Manika, and like getting at least 2 or 3 Ice Path stuns.
Yeah, and we also seen it comboed with the Elder Titan. With those two heroes, you have two long range disables. And now Paradise goes for the Dragon Knight. He can be played as a carry, but this year we've seen him being played as a mid hero. And they follow up with the Troll Warlord, while Jokes on Yao goes for pick a Pudge. Normally, this Pudge is a mid, while this Troll Warlord can actually be laned anywhere, either in mid or in safe lane. But with the Dragon Knight there, this is most likely a safe lane Troll Warlord. And we have a ban from Jokes on Yao, Warlock. So quick picks and bans from these two teams, and they're one of the more experienced ones. I think Jokes on Yao right now is in the lead. I think they have 5 wins and 1 loss, while Paradise, I think, just had their undefeated streak ended yesterday. So now a ban from Jokes on Yao, the Puck. So they're just securing their mid. While Paradise bans the Life Stealer since Jokes on Yao hasn't picked their other cores yet. So Jake, anything more to add to this?
Well, between the Pudge and Dragon Knight mid, I think Pudge will be owned by Dragon Knight because the Fire Breath from Dragon Knight is a very good skill, especially when he gets a Soul Ring, he can spam it. And we see now a ban from Paradise, an Alchemist, and now they pick on Disruptor.
Yeah, and Jokes on Yao also goes for the Visage, so we're looking at Jakiro and Visage, and there's always the potential to go offensive trial lane here. While the Disruptor is a good support, I mean, in terms of catching up with initiation, he can glimpse the enemy either or kinetic field them into a trap, or if they town portal to a nearby tower, he can just cast glimpse and return them to where they came from. And then they're going for this fourth pick. Yeah, but we were talking about the Pudge, but the Pudge doesn't really need a lot of farm, and it's okay for him to lose the lane. He can always go with Hook, Dismember later on.
Well, depends on how Pudge will play it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, if the mid is owning and he gets lots of denies,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's an outward destroyer,
Yeah.
Pudge cannot go into.
Yeah. Sorry, you got cut off there. But continuing there, Paradise goes for their fourth pick, and it's the Undying. Very powerful support in terms of nuking ability. It actually reminds me of the Visage, and it's also very flexible. And if he drops his Tombstone, it can cause a lot of problems. So, Jokes on Yao picks the Magnus. Do you think this is going mid lane or on the off lane?
I think The Magnus will go on the off lane, and well, it can be either Pudge going on the tri lane, offensive tri lane. They can hook it and they can do the ice pack combo.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Magnus will go on the off lane.
Okay. Yes, and this Magnus, his reverse polarity, very potent skill. It can turn around the game, whether it's early game or in the late game. But he does need that Blink Dagger to help with his initiation. So Paradise now going for their last ban. They can always ban again another carry. Since Juxonyao doesn't seem to have one yet, they can go for the Gyrocopter. They could go for the Phantom Assassin or even the Spectre. More typical is actually the anti-mage. Jake, what do you think they should ban? Which hard carry should they ban?
They should ban out the anti-mage. Paradise haven't seemed to playing anti-mage throughout this tournament, and they ban out the Outworld Destroyer. Can also function as a good carry.
Yes. And Juxonyao bans the Bounty Hunter for Paradise's offlaner. So I think this could easily be a Nature's Prophet or a Clockwork. Normally those are the offlaners picked lately. And of course, Nature's Prophet good for split pushing. While the Clockwork is overall utility and can set up ganks, although yeah, I think he'd win against a Pudge. He can always hook and pop off his battery assault. But there's a Weaver pick here, so very flexible core. And it's difficult right now for Juxonyao to deal with the Weaver, short of using the Magnus RP or a well-timed Ice Path, since his Shikuchi and time lapse can make him too elusive, especially in the late game with not much disables on Juxonyao, or perhaps a perfect Pudge combo. Meat hook into a Dismember can secure the kill on this Weaver.
5 seconds.
Then Juxonyao, I think, has to pick their hard carry. So yeah, OD's banned, so the anti-mage is also a threat there, one of the harder carries. But we could also see Gyrocopter for that team fight. And it's a great combo for that Jakiro Ice Path or Pudge Hook or even the Magnus RP. And then yeah, we've also seen during this tournament. Oh, okay, so they go for Sven. Actually, I think I've seen the Sven. I think this might be second time, but I haven't seen all the games. So very competent carry. Maybe not the most remarkable, but not bad either. The question is if he can close in on his opponents. So Jake, why don't you introduce the teams?
This should be interesting.
So for the teams, we have on the Radiant side, we have Rainman on the DK mid, Demandred 1687 on the Troll Warlord safe lane, Disruptor on Martin Panda, Ravi with the Undying, and the solo mid we have the Weaver. Surprisingly, Weaver this game will go to the mid.
Yeah, it's also possible. We've seen solo mid Weavers. That's why I like the flexibility he brings. He can go in any of the lanes. And then on the Dire side, maybe you can introduce the Dire side.
So we have Molecules on the Visage on the
30 seconds.
Tri lane, JoY on the Jakiro, and we have Head on the Sven carry. On the mid, we have Greg Odin's penis, and waiting on below the rune. Go on the off lane, we have Magnus with 658 with Magnus.
Yeah. So with regards to the mid lane, do you value like getting the rune first or going for the creep block, which Pudge is doing right now?
Well, for this one, we have already two supports. So now Weaver gets the most likely will get a first blood here.
Yeah, so this Weaver's just continuing chasing the Visage, but they eventually break off. There used to be 4 heroes on top, but Weaver just rotates mid and doesn't miss any of the creeps, and he has a haste rune on him. And then it looks like it's going to be an offensive tri lane versus a defensive tri lane, While on the off lane, it's just this solo troll warlord versus this Magnus. So looking at the last hits denies, it's actually the Pudge who's doing better than the Weaver. He already has 3 last hits, while this Weaver doesn't have any. And looks like the Weaver isn't able to harass the Pudge yet. While on this defensive tri lane, yeah, I think it's working out well for now for the Dire. I mean, they're getting their creep pools and it's not really being contested. And if everything stays even, this will benefit the Radiant. When you go offensive tri lane, you really need to make things happen, whether it's getting kills or some truly outstanding farm. But that's not yet happening right now.
Well, surprisingly, the Radiant didn't block the creep camps, and now you see that the Visage is pulling and now is pulling to creep camps.
Yeah, yes, and it's a double.
Experience.
Yeah, it's a double stack. So if it's not contested, they'll actually eliminate all of these an entire creep wave. And when it's a tri lane, that's really a lot of XP. That's 3 heroes that's not getting the XP that they usually get. Yeah, and in terms of mid, this Weaver isn't really punishing this Pudge, which is surprising. It's only now that he's looking to make go at him, but this Pudge still has a healing salve and tango, and yeah, and both heroes are forced to pop up their salve. So top, just some harassment, but this Sven is still topping the CS chart. Now it's actually the troll warlord, but this Magnus isn't doing too bad with 7 last hits and 1 deny. So far, what do you think of the game, Jake?
I think for the offensive trialing, for the defensive trialing with the Dire, they're getting more experiences with the 2 stacks that they did. And I think now Head is on level 3.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and if we look at the hero levels, yeah, if we look at the hero levels, all the tri lane for the Radiant is just level 2, but you have the Sven and the Jakiro already at level 3. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, so now you can see that the DK is a full level behind Sven now, and now the offensive tri lane is being pressured, but now they're backing off.
Yes, and going back to the last hits and denies, this Sven is on top of the CS chart, but the Weaver has finally managed to catch up on last hits. He already has 12 last hits, whereas the Pudge was winning earlier. But you know, surprisingly, the Pudge isn't doing too bad either at 10 last hits. So I think the Weaver could have won that lane, but he's really not punishing the Pudge pick right now. And perhaps the only thing going for it now for the Radiant is this Troll Warlord who's getting some farm, but the Magnus actually is now out farming him as well.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
So despite this offensive capabilities of both teams, very passive
Dire's
game,
middle tower is under attack.
and yeah. We're already 4 minutes in and no first blood yet, and considering there's a lot of nuking powers on both sides.
Yeah, look at bottom, almost first blood, but they're salving up.
Yeah, both the Magnus and Troll Warlord are healing, and it's too bad this Pudge didn't rotate to bottom.
Yeah, I think on the bottom we'll get a first blood. Troll Warlord is going below.
Yeah, it looked like the Magnus was going there, but the Troll Warlord's whirling access provides a 70% miss chance, but they just break off. And this Magnus, yeah, just healing. But I think this Troll Warlord can still make a go, but he's playing defensive and just hanging by his creep camp. And on top, yeah, I think they were trying to contest it. Yeah, they get this creeps back into their lane for the Radiant. So that's something going for them. But if we look at the XP chart, yeah, it's right now in favor of Jokes on Yao on the Dire. It's a 1,500 XP lead. And on terms of the gold, they also have a slight advantage, around slightly more than 750. And there's a Sven stun on this Disruptor, and nice chain there with the Ice Path. And okay, and Disruptor delays them, but the Dire gets the kill nonetheless on that Disruptor. So nice chain there of abilities by both the Radiant and the Dire. But in the end, it's the Dire who was able to execute. And we're talking about their nuking potential. Yeah, that's Sven stun into the Ice Path. And then the Visage Soul Assumption can deal a lot of damage there. So I think, yeah, Radiant really should abandon this tile lane now. I mean, they've lost it in several ways. They lost out in XP because of creep pull. They didn't get any kills, so they gave up more XP there and some gold. And I think, yeah, they can just some of them should just rotate to bottom and start farming their own creep camps. And now this Pudge with a double damage rune is doing a wraparound. He was I think he was gonna feign going bottom, but instead just goes back to his lane to farm.
Yeah, so on the first blood on the top, I mean they didn't block off the creep camps. So when you see the experience graph, all of the supports were almost 2 levels down. With Dire supports were on level 4s, and the Radiant supports were only on level 2. So when they did the first blood, it was a really big mistake.
Yeah,
Now we have
and then
on the top, we
yeah.
have a glimpse.
Yes, but I don't think it'll be enough damage. I mean, it was nice combination there, but they're under-leveled, so that Glimpse didn't take them too far, and they don't have enough damage. It was a nice stun to start, but this not enough creeps for this Undying to maximize his damage. But at least it forces back the Dire supports back into the lane. And this Pudge hasn't been getting any kills yet. Him and the Weavers are both level 7. And this Magnus actually isn't doing too bad already. 27 last hits compared to the Troll Warlord's level 5. And this Magnus already has his level 8. He actually outlevels the Troll Warlord now. And Pudge manages to secure a haste rune, but let's see if he does anything with it. So Jake, if you're Radiant, what should you be doing now to get back into this game?
For now, they should rotate the Weaver to the top. Yeah, I think he has gotten a pretty good level, and they need to rotate the support to the safe lane below, and pull the creep camps to get the experience.
Yes, yeah, I think it's not bad. I very definitely believe in this rotating your supports, especially since they already lost their trial lane, and right now they're just food for this nuking potential of the Dire. And the Sven combos well with the Jakiro. Ice Path is actually a long range disable, but the problem is there's a casting delay. So with the Sven's near instantaneous Storm Hammer, at least it's a sure stun, and you can time your kill there. And on mid, this Pudge gets the kill on the Weaver. Nice hook into a Dismember there, and that's what we're looking when you're a Pudge player. And on bottom, yeah, this they finally rotated the supports, the disruptors in the lane, while this Troll Warlord is farming the creeps. But this Magnus is also level 8, so this Disruptor can't stray too far. And this Pudge gets another haste rune, and it looks like he's looking to make a go at this Disruptor, who's just level 3 right now. Yes, and this Pudge is making a wraparound. Yeah, he's just going back to get this double damage rune. And there's a Wild Wing here. Oh yeah, the Wild Wing actually was by the Troll Warlord, who finally has a Helm of Dominator. Oh, that was that Wild Wing scouting out that Pudge. And again, more or less another passive game. 10 minutes in, just 2 kills. So there was just that kill on top and that Pudge kill on the Weaver at mid. And now Pudge has double damage rune. But the thing is, because of that XP and that gold distribution, the Radiant team's actually leading right now. And it's now for the XP, it's 4,000 XP lead. And for in terms of gold, it's 3,000 almost 3,000 gold lead for the Dire. In terms of late game, what do you think of this Dire's late game lineup, at least compared to the Radiant? Okay, so
They get an action on the top.
yes,
A nice ice path. I think he's going down.
yes. So it
And
was,
they connect.
and they're going for the Undying. Yeah. No, they just back off. So again, we're talking about the ice path combo. It was a Sven who initiated with that long range stun, and then it was chained by the ice path, and then the rest was as you saw. And
Radiant's
thankfully that Undying was actually able to get away.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
And looks like they're getting this tier 1 top tower. And then at mid, this Disruptor was trying to harass the Pudge, but not much happens out of it. And this
On the top, he's
yeah, there's a haste rune, but no one's getting it yet. I think the Visage might contest it. Yeah, the Visage spots it thanks to their, although I think there's a misplay there, dropping the sentry ward on top. Normally I prefer it to put it at the river, so that it gives vision of both cliffs, since you're really not using sentry wards to scout, and it's more really as detection. Okay, and this hasted Pudge goes after this Troll Warlord who was initiated earlier by the Magnus, and they get a kill. Disruptor arrives too late, and looks like they're giving a chase. Let's see if this Pudge gets his hook. Yeah, so one hook there, already drop him down to quarter of his life, and the Weaver's coming in, but this is hasted Pudge with a bottle. So let's see if they get a kill. So nice time lapse there by the Weaver. Yeah, looks like they might get a kill on this Pudge. Yes, they get a kill there for the Pudge. So Paradise is on the map now with that kill, and the Ice Path misses this Weaver. So good play there by the Weaver. I mean, they did lose their Troll Warlord, but they do get a kill on that Pudge, which was dominating mid. And each side respective carries, the Dragon Knight and the Sven are just farming. So between the Dragon Knight and Sven, who do you think has the more powerful late game potential?
Well, if Sven farms up a Mass of Madness and he gets a lot of attack speed and plus the God Strength, I think he's stronger than Dragon Knight. Both of them with the War Cry and Dragon Knight stun, and pretty much they're on the same lineup. However, it depends on who stands first between the two.
Yes, but in terms of net worth right now, it's a Sven leading, followed by the Magnus. Actually, not bad considering the Magnus was the off lane against a range hero, and Dire drops a unoffensive Observer Ward here, so they'll see if any of the heroes teleport, or if there's any heroes on the back line. And third in the farm herd is actually the Mid Weaver. So small advantage there that he's leading against the Pudge, and he's looking to build up his Lincoln Spear, and this Pudge already has his Force Staff. But in terms of farm, this Dragon Knight just has his Threads, while the Sven's already up to his already has a Morbid Mask and the Drums of Endurance. And in terms of support, on the Dire, neither support has parts of the mech yet. And yeah, doesn't seem like there's a mech carrier either on this Radiant team either. But Dire's just looking to push this tier 2 top tower. And there's an invisible punch, gets the hook on the Weaver, but he scooches out just in time before he can pull off his combo. And then right now, yeah, there are just wards in the bottom river. Both sides has their wards. And this Ven is just more or less zoning out this Dragon Knight, as he can't really do much to contest him. But the Weaver's finally rotating, so there's a stun by the Dragon Knight, but he immediately backs off as he was taking damage from the creeps. The tower starts hitting the Sven, but the Weaver comes in, but the Dragon Knight is too far away. I'm not sure if he can really get this kill. So yeah, and the Weaver just backs off, and in bottom looks like there's going to be significant action. Four heroes on the Dire are gathered up here, plus one of which is an invisible Pudge, while 3 Radiant heroes are just content to stay behind the tower. And while this is happening, we should be aware that Dire has a vision, so the Weaver finally comes in. And there's an Ice Path, hits 2 heroes, but there's no follow-up damage. Instead, Dire is just looking to hit the tower. And while that was happening, the Pudge actually gets a kill on the Disruptor. And there's a...
Well, this ward they placed below the forest, in the jungle.
Yeah. So there...
a good vision. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a skewer there by the Magnus, getting the kill on the Undying. Well, the skewer brought him to the team, and it was the Jakiro who managed to get the kill. But yeah, but that was due to the initiation of the Magnus, who already has his Blink Dagger, among other things. And this Pudge is just looking to gank the Weaver with the hook. Hook misses. He's going for the Disruptor. And so we have a prolonged team fight here at bottom, while this Sven just farms at top, and the Dragon Knight also farms at top. Okay, so my co-caster JK has disconnected, so apologies for that. But again, you're watching, if you're just joining us, this is the Jeto Cup group stages between Team Paradise and Jokes on Yao. Both teams really on top of the charts in terms of team standings. Jokes on Yao so far has 1 loss and it's leading the boards. I think they have 5 or 6 wins, while Paradise I think is 3-1 right now, 3 wins and 1 loss. And if you want more info on the Jeto Cup, you can visit their Facebook page, facebook.com/Jeto Cup, or their Tumblr page, friendlydota.tumblr. So Dire goes for a smoke, and this Hellbear Smasher, which was dominated by Troll Warlord, finds the Magnus, but he doesn't really spot the other heroes who are still smoked.
Well, before they smoke, the Radiant put this ward here.
Okay.
So they were seeing now the Radiant team backs out to the left for jungle, so as not to be killed, and I think that this gang will not be successful.
Yes, but they transition into a mid tower push, so not much time is wasted there. Although yeah, it's too bad they weren't able to get a kill with that smoke gank. They lost money there, but they're getting this mid tower, tier 1 mid tower nonetheless. And that's going to be a 3 tower advantage right now for the Dire, with the Radiant not taking any towers yet. I think this Sven might just go for a trade as he's pushing top. And now they're making a go at this Disruptor, so a stun into a hook gets the kill. And now they're transitioning into a tier 2 tower push, while this Dragon Knight is just going for a trade at top. And the Sven is actually teleporting to top, so nice stun there, prevents the Dragon Knight from teleporting out. And successful defense of the tower there by the Dire, and that skewer by the Magnus doesn't really hit anyone, but enables him to escape. And there's a hook by the Pudge, manages to catch the Troll Warlord. So right now, Jokes on Yao dominating, and we're seeing why they have their 6-1 5-1 streak right now. And this Sven just pushes top, so okay, so there's a pick off there on the Disruptor, so more kills going for Jokes on Yao. So Jake, anything you want to comment on the game so far? The game state?
Yeah, you see the direct team putting some offensive wards, which gives them a very good vision. And when they transition to the mid tower push, the Radiant team should have put in some dewarding on the jungle.
Mhm. Yes, and actually, if you look, there's actually a lot of sentry wards there, and it's mostly to deal with the Weaver, but it's also being used as to deward. Uh, yeah, and so lots of sentries here. Although personally, yeah, oh yeah, that's an observer ward. So nice placement there by the river, and then you also have one offensively here by the Radiant jungle on the cliff near the beside the large creep camp.
Yeah, Weaver just completed his Lincoln Sphere. I think they will be doing some ganks.
Yes, but I think he needs 3 more items. He needs a damage item. The Lincoln's good for surviving, but he's not yet having a big of an impact now. And the Spudge actually invests in a Gem of True Sight, so that will help them more. And yeah, and this Magnus already level 11, so his reverse polarity is level 2 right now. And this Troll Warrior is just farming the Ancient Camp. But Daya has a ward there, so they transition into a hook into an Ice Path and get an easy kill. As JK was mentioning, yeah, it's a vision, and when you have this kind of lineup, you need the it really helps. And looks like they're making a go at this Dragon Knight, who's still not suspecting it, and I think it's too late. He'll get caught by the Pudge, or yeah, there's some creeps. His creeps up, and they miss with the Ice Path, and the hook misses as well. So no kill there. Small blessings right now for the Radiant. So what does Radiant need to do to get back into this game, Jake? Okay, so just me right now. Right now, Radiant just split pushing. You have this Weaver at bottom looking to split push, although he goes back a bit. While on top, Dyer's pushing this aggressively with this Pudge hanging in the wings to find some pick-offs at any heroes that looks to defend this tier 2 tower. But no one bites the bait, and they're just forced to back off. While at bottom, yeah, this Weaver is making a go to Sven. Sven already has his drums and Massive Madness, and has a Perseverance build. And now the Dyer gets this tier 2 top tower. So Radiant's losing more and more map control. It's not just the towers, but also the vision. All of the wards belong to favor the Dyer. And looks like they're looking to chase this Troll Warlord. So there's a disconnection from the Magnus, so pause from both teams. Jake, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, anything more you want to add regarding this game?
Well, with the fourth tower lead by the Radiant, well, make that four towers. Yes, I think the lead for the Dire team has already snowballed. It will be very hard to catch up, especially with the map control that the Dire team has. And when they always see someone jungling, they always go for it, and they try to kill and make a successful gank.
So yeah, so how does Radiant get back into this game? Or if you were Radiant, how would you get back into the game?
Well, they just need Weaver to farm up more, and the Troll Warlord to have all of his items. And I think one mistake from the Dire team can cost them.
Yeah, so right now they're hunting this Weaver, but he just Sikuji's out. I don't think he's aware that this Pudge has a gem. So they catch so nice he managed to time lapse, but the Sven stun hits him, and which was comboed into this Ice Path by the Jakiro. So yes, things are not looking too well right now for the Radiant. I think they might need to 5-man or smoke, or at least, or worst comes to worst, they have to bait the Dire team into pushing to their tier 3 and overextending. So now Radiant's forced to deny their mid tower. So at least that's some gold that's not going to the pockets of the Dire. But if you're looking at the net worth, 3 of the top 5 heroes right now belong to the Dire, and this Pudge manages to pick off the Disruptor with help from the Jakiro. So now it's Dire. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think they're going for Roshan after this push. Yeah, they won't be overextending for now. You see Pudge now is getting ready to Sven getting ready to get the rune. I think they will commit on the bottom push.
Yeah. Do you think they can take this tier 3 tower if they push now?
Well, the Radiant team just need to do a good execution, especially with Disruptor ulti and the kinetic field. But he gets hooked by Pudge, and he goes down.
Okay, yeah, so one hero down now for the Radiant.
DK pops the BKB, but it's for does nothing.
Yeah, and earlier it was, yeah, and the Pudge hook is the hook is on top, so gets another kill on the Troll Warlord. And now they're making a go at this Weaver. But the Weaver time lasts, but they lose the Dragon Knight nonetheless. And during the start of the team fight, that was actually a good stun by the Visage Familiars. While Sven is just content to split push top now. So Undying Zombies actually get some gold on those Visage Familiars, but Radiant still lost 3 heroes during that team fight, and now I think this is Dire going for Roshan for that added security. And yeah, and they're just saving this double damage rune. There's a mech now on the Visage. While for the Radiant, yeah, the mech, there's no mech on the Disruptor. Let's see if the Undying has it. No, actually the Undying just lacks a recipe, and there's a smoke here from the Radiant, so they're looking to make a go. But while this is happening, it's a double damage Sven going for the Roshan, so he'll die before Radiant is even aware of it. Yeah, and they get that kill easily, while this Pudge is looking to pick off this Weaver who just time lapses out of there. And thanks to that Force Staff, escape. Oh yeah, but this Pudge is brought back. But right now he's still a bit too tanky. He actually has a Ghost Scepter, so that helped him survive that attack from the Weaver. And now they're looking to chase, and this Weaver gets caught by the Ice Path into a Skewer and into more spells. So that's a kill, and he already used his time lapse earlier, so he wouldn't have been able to escape there either. While this Troll Warlord is just farming the Dire jungle. Yeah, since the Dire's on the underside of the map, he thinks, hey, they won't be here, so he's just farming there. But Dire with their Aegis is now looking to push this tier 3 mid tower, and there's really not much that the Radiant can do to contest it. They pop a Gilf. I think they really need the Troll Warlord to be there to defend. And he's still far away, and perhaps the only thing right now going for the Radiant is this Pudge is still a bit far off. He's actually at mid. But when you're Radiant, you don't know that, so you have to back off at the threat of the Pudge. And now this looks like this tier 3 tower is finally going down. Some additional right clicks for the Sven. 1, 2, dead. It's actually killed by the Visage. And their Troll Warlord is just farming top, and hooked there by the Pudge, but the Weaver just time lapses out of there. And let's see if they go for this Rax. Yeah, they pop the Mechanism. Okay.
If this Rax goes on, it's pretty much GG with the amount of experience and gold lead. And we have a
yeah, so they killed the Undying and then a Pudge hook on the Disruptor. And then they're just killing the bugs from the Weaver while this Dragon Knight is being hunted. And he quickly evaporates, so that's already three unanswered kills for the Dire. And they kill the Troll Warlord, and they're now making a go at this Weaver. So an RP spent, but the Weaver is still invisible. But there's a nice skewer, and that's a total party kill on the Radiant. So that's 5. Yeah, so that's 5 free kills. And now Dire just backs off since they're all low on life.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they
Yes.
didn't lose the Aegis
Great madly.
even there, yeah.
What's happening here then? Dire's top tower is under siege.
So huge victory there by the Radiant. So is it GG now, Jake? Are we just waiting for the time to pass? Or can Radiant still get back into this game?
Yeah, pretty much is GG already.
Okay, yeah. So right now Radiant heroes have respawned. So maybe if they can stall the game like for 30 minutes more. If Dire doesn't push for the next 30 minutes, I think they can get back into this game. But other than that, if the Dire team maintains their aggression, they can they should win the game the next 10 minutes. Perhaps just secure the next Aegis. And the Spudge has an interesting build. He goes for an Ethereal Blade, so he can use that either offensively or defensively. And with the nukes coming from that Jakiro and that Visage, that Ethereal Blade can be put to good use. And yeah, Spudge is actually going solo hunting. So actually one thing that Radiant can do right now is go for that 5-man farming or 4 protect one. But looks like this Sven just kills the Disruptor very easily. That was like a stun and then one hit. Well, he was using God's Strength, but still after the stun, just one hit kill on the Disruptor, and he quickly clears off this Ancient Camp. And yeah, the top 5 farmers right now are all on the Dire, and looks like this is Dead Dragonite. Hunted by the Jakiro and Pudge combo, and I think the Troll Warrior was also part of that massacre. So now they're hunting, they're going mid. But they just back off. I think this Sven just waiting for the creeps on top before they push top tower. While 3 of the Dire heroes are at bottom, but the lane is still too far off. So this Pudge just goes mid and is trying to look for some pick-offs. But Radiant's heroes are too far back into the fountain. And let's see if Pudge will hook them. Not yet. Just buying space for his carry the Sven to break this tower. This tier 3 tower. And yeah, Radiant's tier 3 top tower has gone down, and looks like this is uncontested, and there's a last fight here by the Radiant, but they all die. That was actually very quick, and not even all of Dire's heroes were there. And yeah, this is GG, and they have 24 seconds left before this age expires. So there's the GG call at 33 minutes in. So well played by JoY. And thank you for watching us. This is your caster Charles, and with me is Jake, and you're watching the Jeto Cup group stages between Team Paradise and JoY. And good night, and thank you.
Good night and thank you.